My favorite things about visiting Kenya as an American. First off, probably like my all-time favorite is the food. It's so freaking tasty. The tea, it's a 15 out of 10. You can't, it doesn't compare to anything here in America. There's this thing called chapati, and I literally will eat like 15 a day. One year I went home, and I think I brought home like 30 of them, and I froze them because I was just like, I need these in my life for as long as I can. The beans, they have flavor, they have love, they taste delicious. The bananas, the avocados, I swear the avocados are probably the size of my head, and they're like 50 cents at most. Skumawiki, it's like collard greens, maybe you could say here. It's like shaved collard greens or like shaved kales. So freaking good. The cabbage, so good. Okay, not only the food is amazing, but like their nightlife, I've never seen anything like it. I've traveled all over Europe. I've gone to Australia. I've gone most places in America, and literally nothing compares to their nightlife. It's fun. Everybody dances. It's just a good time. People aren't just standing around doing nothing. I will say, though, the one thing I don't like is the traffic and trying to cross streets because it's terrifying.
Kenya has some of the best people in the freaking world. The country's amazing. The country's beautiful. What makes it even more beautiful is the people of Kenya. The people of Kenya are just off the freaking charts. Caring people. People who are some of the most courteous people you'll ever meet. Some of the most hardworking people you will ever meet. Some of the most passionate people, people that love their country, people that love helping people. Man, it's just unbelievable. Kenya has some of the best people in the freaking world. And I'm so proud to be Kenyan. I'm so proud that I was born in Kenya. Kenya is amazing, bro. Kenyan people, you are amazing.
They have flavor. They have love. They taste delicious. The bananas, the avocados, I swear the avocados are probably the size of my head, and they're like 50 cents at most. Skumawiki, it's like collard greens, maybe you could say here. It's like shaved collard greens or like shaved kales. So freaking good. The cabbage, so good. Okay, not only the food is amazing, but like their nightlife, I've never seen anything like it. I've traveled all over Europe. I've gone to Australia. I've gone most places in America, and literally nothing compares to their nightlife. It's fun. Everybody dances. It's just a good time. People aren't just standing around doing nothing. I will say, though, the one thing I don't like is the traffic and trying to cross streets because it's terrifying.
I love that my TikTok is becoming like Kenya-centric focused content. I think I'm gonna keep it that way. So I'm gonna start off with answering this question. I'm curious to know what makes you love Kenya so much, and I'm gonna give you 3 reasons why. 1, in the United States, life feels very rushed. Go, 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 go. It can lead to be almost overwhelming. In Kenya, greetings are meaningful and life just slows down, and it's really, really refreshing. 2, food. Food here is processed almost everywhere you go. Food there, the cuisine is just naturally organic almost everywhere. 3, the U.S. is super caught up on materialism, and Kenya not.
This is such an amazing point. In Kenya, you can party your ass off. One of the top-notch best things about Kenya. Also, like, you can go to the club and get a bottle of Hennessy for like 8 to 10,000 shillings. Whereas in America, if you're going to the club and buying a bottle of Hennessy, be prepared to spend between like $400 and $600 depending on the location. So, yep, appreciate the club life. 110% in Kenya.
I am a U.S. citizen, and I'm also a Kenyan citizen, and I've lived here in Kenya now for 3 years, and I've observed some interesting things in that time. Now, before I get into this, I'll just say that I know there's so many layers to this. There's a lot of nuance, and I am not generalizing. I'm just speaking from my observations. So one thing I've noticed is that a lot of Kenyans are in a hurry to leave Kenya and to go somewhere outside, like the US or UK or somewhere else, because they believe that it will bring a lot of opportunity and give them a chance to build wealth. And again, nothing wrong with that. That could be very true for many people. Everyone has their own path. Again, this is just an observation because I've had a lot of conversations with Kenyans, whether through messaging or even people that just talking face to face. They want to know how they can go to the US because that's where the wealth is. Which leads me to my second observation, which is that a lot of Kenyans don't understand how wealthy they are. Kenyans own land. They own property. Many Kenyans own land and own property, and they build on that land and they pass down that land and they own that land free and clear. It's not on loan. It's not on mortgage. There's no debt. They've built their house debt free. And in the US, that is just not the case. I decided to do a little bit of researching on this because I wanted to see if my observations were actually backed up with facts. As one does, I started having a conversation with ChatGPT, and I wrote down this particular part because I wanted to read it word for word. I'll probably put the screenshot here too. So with the home ownership rates in Kenya, 61% of people overall own their homes, with 86% of those being in rural areas, and that's mostly debt-free. And then in the US, 65% overall, but most homes are mortgaged, meaning people are still paying for them and don't own them outright. And this part says, while income levels and infrastructure in the US are more developed, Kenyans, especially in rural areas, often have more stable asset-based wealth, which is harder to quantify but extremely valuable. Now, again, I know there's a lot of layers to this, and a lot of it just is going to come down to my personal experience. And I know that doesn't speak for everyone, but I've hustled in the US and I've hustled in Kenya. And let me tell you that I feel like it's so much easier to build actual wealth in Kenya. I feel like we're actually getting somewhere here. I feel like we're actually building something here, and it's not just like constant, rat race, wheel turning, but getting nowhere. Out here, it feels very solid. And out here, our home that we live in right now in the village, we don't owe anyone. We don't owe anything. We built this brick by brick, and it's ours, and it's in our name, and it's not on loan. And everything else that we're doing as far as business goes, it just feels solid. It's so rock solid out here. And I'm not saying it's perfect here in Kenya. I'm not trying to diss the US. I love the US. There's so many different kinds of opportunities out there as well. But I don't think that I can look you in the eye and say that the US is a better place to build wealth for the average person. Let me tell you something that you might not know if you've never been here. But Africa, Kenya specifically, is luxurious. That might not be the word that comes to mind when you think of this place if you've never been here. But if you've been here, then you know. Life is amazing here. The service that you get just when you come to a restaurant, a hotel, it's always, and the food is fresh and organic and delicious and nutritious. I've probably dropped 10 pounds just by living here. And the sun is usually shining. And
you know what I love about Kenya? Celebrity culture has limits. Let me tell you about it. Okay, so ever since I was featured on Nairobi Gossip Club, obviously a lot more people have been recognizing me when I'm outside. What I found with Kenya is the celebrity culture actually has limits. In the US, people are completely unhinged when it comes to celebrities. Like, they don't care who the celebrity's with. They will go up to the celebrity coat and talk to them. But what I've noticed in Kenya is that when people see me and I'm with somebody else, they actually respect it. And that's one of the things I like about Kenyan culture. The social norms are a lot more logical. If you see somebody is with somebody else, do not go up to them and talk to them. It's like so simple. And Kenyans actually do that. Like, one thing I've noticed is if I'm on a date with somebody, most times people won't approach me, but they'll send me a DM and say, hey, I saw you when you were over there. Like the other time, I was going out at night and I was on a date. And when we were done with the date, my date didn't want to leave the club. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to leave. It's like literally 3 a.m. and I don't like to stay out super late. So I left, and as soon as I left, one girl comes, approaches me. And then we're talking for like 3 minutes, and I'm like, all right, I gotta go, my Uber's here. Next thing you know, another girl comes, approaches me. I'm like, bro, how long have these people known I was here for? But they didn't come to me when I was with somebody else, which I really appreciated. So, yeah, thank you for being respectful people, honestly.